O'Reilly and Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over yonder. He's looking like he's, what are you doing? Fixing your tie? Getting ready to pull your
just
tie?
adjusting it. No, I'm adjusting it. On
Okay.
Fridays I take it off. It's the weekend. It's time to kind of cut loose a little bit, loosen
It's
up.
that dramatic moment on
Yes,
Fridays.
but now it's Monday, so it's business. It's all business.
I'm down with that.
So
I am down with that.
So how was your weekend? Good? Fun-filled? Relaxing?
I went to the sheriff's party on Saturday night. He does a big fundraiser every year where they do a raffle, and what they do is they go they sell 100 tickets at $100 a piece, or 200 tickets at $100 a piece, and then they go backwards.
Okay.
So they raffle off. They pull all the tickets, and the last one standing wins $10,000.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then Friday night we had the big Aqua cruise, which was sold out. Sold out.
Wow.
We couldn't have gotten another person on that ship. And it was great because it was great, and it also kind of got under my skin a little bit because we were the ones promoting this cruise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get your tickets, come join us, be a part. And it's like any other thing that an entity takes on to promote to help another business. We want to fill this boat. We got a little kickback from every ticket sold as a promotional partner of this thing.
Okay.
So we made a little money. We filled up the cruise. Everybody had a nice time. I DJ'd. Nobody danced, which was murder. I'm up there, and I'm throwing everything I can throw at these people to get them off their asses and get them up to dance. Nobody.
Wow.
Nobody. This mom and her kids finally got up and started to try and get things moving a little bit. But I'm on this cruise for like 2 hours, and it was like being a stand-up comic in a room full of dead people. I mean, granted, now there wasn't a whole lot of room to dance because it was so full. I tried every trick in the book outside of the chicken dance to get these people up and get them moving. Couldn't do it. But before the cruise takes off, they call us up and they said, get the word out. This thing's sold out. There's no more room for anybody else on this thing. Okay, so we go across all the social media platforms and we post, sold out, sorry, thanks. Well, maybe we'll do it again. And I'm not going to name names or anything like that because whatever. But somebody from the community they comment on it and they go, great job, Aqua. And it was somebody from the community that should know that we were promoting this thing. Should have given the credit back to us for being a successful promotion.
Yeah.
Can I get a break? Okay. Can you just look at us once and go, hey, look what they did?
Was this somebody, let me ask you this. Was this somebody you know well and are friendly with or not friendly with?
Well enough and cordial.
Cordial. Okay, so you're not friends.
Yeah,
this person might.
We're not BFFs. I'm not like hanging out at their house or anything like that, But I'll say this: it was somebody that should know what's been going on with what we've built, how far we've come. It's somebody that's been a guest on some of our shows, and to get absolutely no credit for selling out this boat from somebody that should know better.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
That didn't ruin your weekend, though. You had a good weekend.
I got a little irate.
Okay.
But I'll get over it.
All right, good for you.
It's What do you do? How about you?
It was relaxing. It was a little scotch, a little White Claw, preseason football.
Oh yeah.
Relaxing. It was good. It was a Friday and a Saturday night, late afternoon and evening should be.
Okay.
It was during August. It was nice. It was just relaxing. It was cool.
I love that.
I enjoy that.
I'm happy for you.
Fairly low key.
So before we get started, I want to point out. And did you see this? When I pop this up, did you see that on screen?
I can see a light popping up. I can't see what you're showing.
What's popping up?
No.
There's MLive put out a graphic of opiates.
Oh, I was going to do the story.
Oh, you're going to do the story? Okay. All right.
Yes,
well, then I'll let you go.
That will be my third story.
All right. Well, let's just get into that.
All right. Ready to go?
Yep.
Let's do it. The White House is insisting the U.S. economy remains strong. This despite warnings of a possible recession. Stalled trade talks with China and an 800-point drop in the Dow in just a single day last week ramped up the recession talk. The Dow did recover Thursday and Friday to plus 300. Unemployment still under 4% now. I guess this just came out. The Hill just released this. 1/3 of economists say the recession could hit by the end of 2021. Now, that's a huge thing. Like if it's the end of 2021, if it's not the end of 2020, right around election time, that bears a little better for Republicans than it does Democrats. But you don't know. We don't know when it's going to hit. I'm not an economist, but when they say 1/3 of economists say by 2021, doesn't that mean most economists don't think it'll happen by then? I mean, we're overdue for a recession. I'm not a finance guy. I'm not an economics guy, but I understand that, okay, there are ebbs and flows with the economy. So we are overdue for it to happen.
Here's what I know.
Who happens to be in office when the time
Here's how
comes.
the economy works at my house.
I love this.
At the end of the month, if there's $20 left, I'm rich. And we're getting ketchup with our macaroni and cheese. That's how that's going to work.
Okay.
Seriously, I am left on the beach with the whole economy thing.
It's that stuff where when you talk to people who know, I'm really impressed by people who really can get into the bare bones of this and tell you. And I always forget what they tell me when they say, well, yeah, you got this factor, this factor, this factor, and this factor. The elected officials have really very little to do with it. As much as they want to make you think, whether they're a Republican or a Democrat, how they're going to impact the economy, they really have very, very little to do with whether it's up or down. So we'll just put it on hold. We'll see. It's definitely going to impact the election one way or the other. So we're going to have to see if it happens the end of this year or happens 2021, or maybe it's put off longer. Who knows?
Personally, I'm
what?
just tired of everything affecting some kind of politics. I'm so sick of. I was driving along yesterday and I was thinking, when did politicians become today's biggest stars?
Oh, it's insane.
It's stupid.
It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense why people put that much of their time, their energy, their emotion into this.
Oh my God.
I mean, just what happened to the apathetic voter? What happened to the person who didn't really care about it until November? Okay, who's running? And you're gonna vote for this guy or that guy, and that's
voter.
it.
I don't even mean the apathetic voter. I mean the voter that was like, you know what? I like Paul Henry. He does a nice job. He's a good representative. He takes good care of us. Good enough. Let's elect Paul Henry.
Right. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about the person who's.
I mean, now you think these people deify these politicians.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's
ridiculous.
I don't get it at all. It's I don't know if they feel like they should or they need to, or it's a replacement for something else in their life. But it's way too much. It's just too much. When I say apathetic, I mean people who didn't care about the election until it was election time.
Right.
Not the 3 to 4, not the 3 years in between where that's all you're talking about is the next election. It's like, why?
Yeah.
I don't get that. It's just it's too much.
And then you've got these people that are all just laying there in the grass waiting for any politician at any level, be it a local, city council person to a county or whatever. They're all just laying there in the grass waiting to strike.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
all just waiting for their moment to out somebody over something. Mm-hmm. And it's just, what a ridiculous bunch of horse pucky we got going on with politicians.
It's head shaking, head scratching. It makes no sense. Speaking of things that don't, it's kind of a sad story. Actress Heather Locklear pleaded no contest to multiple charges of battery on law enforcement personnel. This stemming from a domestic disturbance call at her home last year. She was sentenced to 120 days in jail, but will only serve time if she fails to complete a treatment program. I mean, this is a woman who was. I think we've touched on this before too. Where Heather Locklear. Now, where did you fall in the Heather versus Heather category back in the 80s,
maybe
early
Locklear
90s?
Period.
Heather Locklear over Heather. See, I was in the Locklear camp too,
Yep.
but I think this could be one of those scenarios where Heather Locklear won the battle during the '80s, but Heather Thomas may have won the war.
I couldn't
Heather Thomas
tell you what Heather Thomas even looks like at this point.
Oh, she still looks good. Yeah, they both.
What did Heather Thomas even do?
What do you mean? What is she was in The Fall Guy? She was in Zapped with Willie Ames and Scott Baio. She didn't have the career of Heather Locklear, but I think there was that battle between them. I mean, people couldn't tell. Some people couldn't tell them apart. I could because I have a discerning eye. I look deeper than just what you see right in front of you. But
you know how deep you look.
Come on,
you look as deep as a pair of double D's. That's how deep you look.
Heather Thomas. I did some research on this. Heather Thomas, she left acting in the mid '90s in part because she was getting stalked a lot.
Oh,
which is understandable
because she couldn't act.
Well, no, Heather Thomas. Did you ever watch The Fall Guy? I totally believed her.
Right.
Anyway, Heather Locklear, she was what every man wanted between the ages of 18 and 49 years old, and then all of a sudden she wasn't. And that's a long fall from being up there. Whereas Heather Thomas kind of drifted off, started doing her own thing, got out of acting. Still looks great, still's intelligent, still's got a lot of stuff going for her, but she didn't have that just plummet.
Yeah.
And a lot of this obviously Heather Locklear's got substance abuse issues,
right?
And that's a big part of it too. But I think that fall probably led to that.
Or was it the drugs that led to the fall?
That's a good point, and that's what we're going to get to right now. Michigan residents consumed enough opioids in 2018 for every man, woman, and child in the state to have a 16-day supply. Drug experts say less than a week on opiates creates a risk of long-term dependency. Average Michigan opioid patient got a 62-day supply.
Whoa.
That's 2 months.
In Muskegon County, the zip code with the most, this is according to MLive, I'm not a big fan, but they've got it out here. Zip code 49442 in this research thing. You ready for this? 56,457 prescriptions with 4,056,953 doses. That's one zip code.
This is how this isn't I can't believe this wasn't this should be the top story on pretty much every news station. This should be dominating headlines.
Oh yeah.
But no, what do we see? No. Opioids aren't the problem. It's vape pens. Are you shitting? This really drives me insane. It really does. We focus on all these other things, and you know what I think one of the main reasons is?
I'll tell you exactly what the main reason is.
So many people are on them. Well, no, it's not just that. It's so many people are on them that they ignore the problem. Because many people are functioning addicts.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've got a state and we've got a nation that is pretty much functional addicts.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about it.
And let me tell you this,
it's vape pens. It's vape pens. It's breathing in that water vapor. That's what's that is the epidemic we need to focus on because we're idiots.
And let me tell you this. For a guy who hasn't had a beer in 16 years, who actually needs something like that, try and get one.
Yeah.
I went, last week, I told you, my back is kind of wonky, still hurts. I go to the Ready Med because I go to the Ready Med because I'm getting nagged to death, and so I don't want to go because I'm going to get made fun of by you for going to the doctor, which I know you're going to make fun of me for. But on the other side of the coin, Mrs. O, she's back here going, "You better go to the doctor. I'm tired of listening to you whine." So I finally go. The guy says, and I'm in there, and this is the weirdest thing. You ready for this? He's feeling my back. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay, great." He turns around and wants me to feel his back. He's like, you feel how my back muscles are? I'm like, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What doctor did you go to?
I don't know what his name was.
Where was?
The Ready
This wasn't
Med.
somebody's house, was it?
No.
You didn't just have Dr. Feelgood.
No, it was out at the Ready Med. And
Okay.
okay, I'll feel your back, whatever. I know, weird, right? So I told him, I said, I don't tolerate this Flexeril very well. Could I ask for a prescription for this other muscle relaxer called Soma? Oh, I can't give you those. We don't give those out here anymore. You have to cut. And I'm thinking to myself, why the hell are you even in business? If you can't give out a prescription for something that I need, well, I could give you these. These are like really super good aspirins. Oh,
Jesus.
Here's your $200. Glad I came in.
Yeah, and it could have been worse. You could have been going in to have him check you for hernia.
Oh yeah.
And then he wants you to check.
See what a good one feels like?
Hey, you want to feel down here. Now this is what it. Now, get a little more of the knuckle. Use a little more of the knuckle. Anyway. All right.
I would have said, no, Dave, I'm not doing that again.
Okay. Sports. Tigers fall to the Rays. Shocker, 5-4. Cubs win. They beat the Pirates 7-1. Texans over the Lions. Preseason football. Lions fall to 0-2 in games that don't count.
Hang on. I got to work on my shocked face.
Preseason. That's sports.
Have yourself a great Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Bye.